Hello, everyone. I'm Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic, and welcome to this special report. It is currently July 21st at 11:05 p.m. Eastern. Guys, Jenny and I did a video earlier today with respect to the Biden show coming to a close here, and we were looking at some of the predictions that Meg Moonbeam had made a couple of weeks ago regarding the algal conjunction and how Mr. Biden wouldn't be saved by all of this. So if you haven't seen that episode from earlier today, please do go and check that out. It was the Bye Bye Biden. It's official. He's out. Now, in yesterday's show, Alex Jones was reporting on the fact that The Hill had put out a opinion piece suggesting that it was time for Hillary Clinton to come back to the fold. And I thought that was interesting because later in the show today, we had breaking news just as we were ending the show to suggest here that the Clintons had both endorsed Kamala Harris here to move forward to replace Biden on the ticket. I thought that was interesting. I was driving in the car later this evening, and I was thinking, yeah, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. In the sense, we actually haven't had the Democratic National Convention yet, and a lot of things can happen between now and then. And it got me thinking about. Let me see if I can bring this up here. Uh, this inside the Hillary Clinton's secret takeover of the DNC. You guys remember that? Of course, here we have to talk about Seth Rich, um, Donna Brazil, and yes, that guy Guccifer here, and also the phone call. I posted it on my Twitter earlier today, where Trump had spoke to Zelensky in 2019, asking about, of course, the CrowdStrike servers, and he was talking about the DNC servers, um, which were never relinquished to authorities when they denounced the hack. And all of this was a result of presumably Hillary Clinton and her team taking the nomination away from Bernie Sanders at the time. So all of this is coming back into our field of view here, moving to forward in this space for the next couple of days and weeks. So I guess we're not ready right now to discount the possibility here that they might switch Kamala for Hillary Clinton. I think Alex Jones was suggesting the same here just a couple of hours ago. His new prediction is, in fact, that they will replace Kamala with Hillary. Let me go in the. Let me know, guys, in the live chat. Do you think that's the case? Give me a yes or no. Do you think they're going to swap over Kamala for Clinton, or that the Clinton machine or franchise, let's call it that for now, still has enough juice in it or energy left in it to maybe thwart the DNC coming up here? Let me know with a yes or no in the live chat. I'm curious what you're thinking about. Um, as I was thinking about all this, I said, "Oh, let's put that on the record here because it very much feels like we are being manipulated with all of this breaking news." If you just go back a couple of days ago, Biden was going to step down. We had the famous Donald Trump sitting in his golf cart making the prediction that Biden had already quit the race and that we were going to be seeing Kamala. And of course, the mainstream news was laughing about that, but it turns out, yeah, it's pretty much exactly what happened. Let me see if I can bring that Guardian article for you guys here as well. This one here. So people were laughing at him quite a bit, but that's the reality right now. And after that, of course, we had the he's in, he's out, he's in, he's out, talking about Biden early this week. So everybody being like ping pongs, going back and forth and all of this. And now, of course, he's out. That seems to be finally here. Now the question is who's going to be replacing him. So we went from a couple of months ago, people suggesting that Big Mike might take the nomination. We had the idea that perhaps Newsom might take the nomination. And now in the last week, we had the debate between Kamala Harris and now Clinton. So now we've seen these endorsements for Kamala. It appears that the Democratic Party is going full tilt supporting Kamala Harris here. Let's go to the yeah. So this was my post for a couple of hours ago. Trump was right again. Biden has quit, and then Kamala. I thought that was interesting. But let's go back to my Twitter feed here for just a second. I want to show you this one. See if it's still there. Uh, 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 uh. Oh, this is important too. Bye bye to the Bidens. There's more than once. I thought that was actually kind of funny. There's a lot in the news today too about this. Maybe 2 or 3 shooters here for the Trump rally. So again, I think the news earlier today. I spoke to Janine about this just a couple of minutes ago. I asked her if she wanted to come on the show. She's absolutely exhausted. We've been running pretty. Hard in the last couple of days doing all these special broadcast shows for you guys. So I think she needed a break here tonight. But I just wanted to come out and share with you guys um, whether or not we are being manipulated in all of this, and perhaps the requirement for us to take a step back a little bit here and to not react as all of this news is coming out and we're being pushed in every direction. And quite frankly, it's exhausting to us trying to cover the news, but I'm sure it's how do I say this? Exhausting also to the audience members not knowing where to jump here. So we are being very much battle tested with all of this fog of war. And kid you not, we are at war. And if you listen to Trump's speech at the RNC, it appears that we're in the final act of that. So the fog of war is thicker now than perhaps it's ever been before. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention. We have to go back and look at this story. We have to go back and look at Seth Rich, the DNC servers, what just happened with CrowdStrike, what President Trump was alluding to. All of this seems to be tying in to perhaps this last battle here, so to speak, in terms of this news coming out. So let me know what you guys think of all of this. I think it's very interesting at the very least. And I want to go, I kind of feel like we should be taking a day off or two and just kind of like absorb all of this. And more is going to come out. And who knows, we might have other candidates tomorrow pressing the charge and seeing maybe the Obamas apparently are not supporting Kamala at this time. Of course, at 11 o'clock on July 21st. So we might see something different, very different tomorrow. And at the same time, Cliff High's data is suggesting now, as he was correct about the July 15 emotional spike, it came in 2 days earlier with the assassination attempt. And Cliff had told us maybe a month before, it could be as early as July 10th or as late as July 20th. So there was a margin of error here on his July 15 prediction. So he was bang on with that. The next spike on his graphic right now is for July 22nd. I don't think that Biden's recusal from the race today is meeting that emotional threshold. So that means there's something else just around the corner that might spike our interest here and put us in a completely different place than where we're at now. And we might be having a completely different conversation even a day from now or 2 days from now. So very interesting indeed. Okay, so I think that's about it, guys. I just wanted to bring that in your field of view. There's more than meets the eye here, of course, on all of this stuff. It seems to be ready to crack. And at the same time, we could have a completely different news cycle tomorrow or the day after, where this is not even going to be in our field of view. So we might be hit with something even more grandiose, so to speak. So, guys, I love you. Take it easy. Try to disconnect a little bit as best as you can from all of this. Um, be emotionally disconnected from the news if you wish, put it that way. And by all means, don't react to all of this stuff. Take time to sit with it, to look at it, to digest a little bit. Things will sort themselves out, and then you'll be in a better position to respond as opposed to react to all of this. So I just wanted to kind of come on here and let you guys know I'm on it. We're following all this stuff. To one extent, I want to go through blow by blow with you guys, and at the same time, I'm like, maybe we should kind of step back a little bit and give us time to adjust and digest all of this stuff at the same time. So I'm kind of oscillating between both, and I'm trying to use internal guidance. Janine and I are trying to use internal guidance here as to how much and how quickly we react and respond and analyze some of this news cycle. It's not easy, and we're finding ourselves having to debate just how we're going to approach that. But we knew this coming in; it was coming up in the cards for us like 2 months ago that we would have to change our strategy, and this is why we're doing all of these impromptu shows here and these special reports, just to try to get our heads straight for us, and then to be in a position to share that with you guys too. And I think ultimately, the way we're trying to convey the information with you guys and the shows we're doing and the questions we're asking, we're doing it, I hope, um, our intention at least, I hope we're going to hit the mark, but our intention is to give you some of those same abilities to ask those same critical questions for yourselves, and to kind of give you munition also as you're dealing with your friends and your normie family members and all that, as they're kind of struggling also here in the last couple of weeks with all the news coming out. So we want you to stay fresh, sharp, cool, critical, and in a position where you're I guess better suited to respond to all of this as opposed to react like the mainstream media seems to be wanting to do right now. It's to throw us in a complete frenzy where we can't make heads or tails or anything. So again, that's the dilemma Jenny and I are trying to work with right now, trying to analyze what we go forward with, what we hold back on. There's some data coming out of the WebBot data also right now that's difficult to analyze. I don't think we have a grasp yet on how to look at it and ask intelligent questions. So we need a little bit more time to look at some of that newer data before we bring that out. I think Cliff already put out something on his Substack yesterday or this morning. I was listening to it. Let's see if I can find it for you guys. Uh, Language and circumstances. Yeah, go check out this one. I haven't listened to this one yet. This is the second one, I believe, today. But go listen to this one here too. He's kind of alluding to all of this here too. So a good listen for sure, and I'll go and listen to this one here after the show. So thank you everyone for the support. And last week, thank you to all the IAP members who gave us permission there to share some of those Beyond the News episodes that are normally given to those in exclusive manner here on the bigger um, audience here live to the public at large, just given the nature and the ramifications of everything that's happening now in the last week. So a big thank you to all of you supporting the show. We wouldn't be able to do all these shows here without them and without their support. So a big thank you to all the IP members. And maybe I'll end on this, guys. If you can give me your kind of insights of where we're at, give us a rating, how we're doing with the news reporting here in the last, let's say, almost the last 3 weeks here in the month of July. Are we hitting the mark for you guys? Are we where you guys want us to be? Are we doing what you need? Just let us know, because we're debating how we're doing this, and we want to make sure we're doing it right, and that we're doing it right by the audience, and that we're doing it in a responsible manner too, as we're getting some of this breaking information, and it's not always easy to do that. So getting your feedback, good and bad, on how we're doing on this is going to really help us here moving forward, because again, it appears we're just getting started. Cliff was telling me last week too, JC, tell your people you're not going to get a break. Like, you have to accustom to the new energies here and the level of stress you guys are under, because it's going to be like that for quite some time. So yeah. So if my advice could be to you guys also, my hearing that too was disappointing, because I was looking forward for a little break and a little vacation myself, but at the same time, knowing the reality of what's coming, um is helping me deal with reality, as opposed to the delusion of thinking that things were coming back to normal or that I would have a reprieve. So knowing that now, I can adjust my body and what I'm eating and my sleep patterns and my vitamins to adjust to this new reality we're here. And I think all of you would do yourselves a big favor, and your families a big favor, if you're also taking care of yourself, so that you can handle the stress load of what is here now, but also what is coming around the corner. The people around you are going to need you strong and not weak for all of that too. So maybe think about that also. If you're having trouble sleeping, yeah, go check out the Pure Sleep here. You can find the links on our website. It's also in the description box below. If you're looking at detoxing a little bit here, look at the C60 also. Anything you could do right now if you want to meditate. Janine and Meg did an amazing meditation earlier today for the monthly full moon in Capricorn here. Absolutely amazing. Lots of great comments from that today too. And guys, it's just as powerful on the way out on replay as it was live. So if you're interested in that and having some strategies on how to kind of reconnect, cool down, and ground here in these crazy times, please do go check that out. Also, a quick note. We're doing okay. Sarah's on top of all the tech support emails here, mostly for the crypto crash course here. Some of the previous buyers of this course from 2-3 years ago, a lot of them lost their passwords and their logins. So Sarah's going through the queue here and responding as quickly as she can, giving access to the older clients for this course with this new updated version, but she's a little bit overwhelmed there. There's quite a few people who lost their passwords, so bear with her here. She's responding as quickly as possible. And so far, really good reviews on the crypto crash course itself here on the Academy. This is exactly what people were looking for right now. A very, very easy step-by-step way on how to get into this. Of course, there's all this news coming out now about Trump wanting to make a Bitcoin a strategic reserve asset for the United States. RFK is also talking about this. So we seem to be moving in that territory here of decentralized cryptocurrencies, at least as part of the reset here that we're going to live in the next couple of weeks and months. So educating ourselves to how all of this work is absolutely important. And I think Coco did a really good job with Joe there, breaking it down for you guys. So if you want to educate yourself on stuff relating to crypto here, how to get started in the safest manner without having to do hours and hours of research here, it's all in one course. And this is the level 1 here with Jason Dipfor and Coco. You can find that at beyondmystic.academy. All right, that's it for me too, guys. I really need to go get some sleep. I wanted to bring out some of those thoughts here on what's going to happen at the DNC level and really share with you my thoughts about staying calm right now, trying to breathe in a little bit more. I have to take my own advice, of course, and not react to stuff, but try to respond accordingly. I did cancel the show tonight. We were supposed to do the final countdown episode with Joe, Penny Kelly, and Richard. Again, for the same reason here, there's a lot coming out, and we want to give ourselves the flexibility to be able to do these increasingly important special reports and impromptu shows for you guys. So please take note and take the habit of going to the schedule page here. I'm doing my best to update those as we're doing all these critical shows here. So if you're not used to that tool, please go to beyondmystic.net/schedule and also subscribe to our Twitter. That's usually where I post the impromptu shows the first. So if you want to be notified of them, and of course, subscribe on your Rumble channel, the YouTube channel, and here also on Twitter to get notifications here for when we go live. So a big thank you for you guys. I'm going to be looking forward to reading your comments on how we're doing here tomorrow when I wake up. And we're going to be having a strategic planning meeting tomorrow morning with Coco, Janine, and myself to kind of plan the week here. Again, giving ourselves the flex for what we think is coming just around the corner. So I love you guys. And again, a big thank you for supporting the show. We couldn't do it without you guys. All right. That's it for me tonight. I'll let you go on that, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.